Hardenberg. Ik werk voor vluchtelingenwerk. Ik kom heel veel in contact met mensen uit andere culturen, andere geloven. En het is heel prettig om daar van mening over de verschillen, over te discussiëren alleen al. Iedereen wil graag over het geloof praten. En ja, dat kan alleen maar positief zijn in deze maatschappij. Je kunt elkaar de positieve kanten van het geloof laten zien. Dat je in vrede met elkaar kunt leven, dat je goed christelijk met elkaar om kunt gaan. Dat zijn alleen maar hele mooie kanten van het leven. En als je daar dan over praat, dan zie je dat in elk geloof vrede en harmonie en goed omgaan met elkaar, respect voor iedereen, dat het allemaal heel veel waarde heeft. En in elk geloof.
Ja.
Het begint vaak in Nederland met een kopje koffie, zal ik zeggen.
Ja,
nodig ze uit om ter kennismaking. Ja. We nemen elkaar eens mee voor een avondwandelingetje. Of we gaan naar de bieb. Er zijn genoeg mogelijkheden. Dat je heel veel van elkaar leert. Als je problemen ziet, dan komen die vooral doordat mensen macht willen. Ja, ik heb zelf een keer meegemaakt dat ik met een man naar de dokter fietste.
Ja.
En dat er een Nederlander ons inhaalt, op de grond spuugt en zegt van terugsturen. Nou, toen ben ik wel heel erg geschrokken. Ja. En dat in Hardenberg, dat je denkt van nou jongens, hoe kan dit gebeuren?
Ja.
Nou, misschien is het wel een idee om een debat in een straat te beginnen of in een wijk. Als je zegt, ik woon zelf in Bouwdenveld, dat je zegt, je pakt een klein gedeelte van de wijk en je gaat dus om de tafel zitten, wat met een barbecue. En dat je een debat hoeft niet altijd op een manier van vechten te zijn, zeg maar. Het is gewoon informatie uitwisselen, hoe doe je dit? Hoe trek je mensen uit het huis, bijvoorbeeld? Nou, een goede samenleving en dan hier in de gemeente zou ik zeggen, maak kennis met je buren en doe wat met hen. En als er in één wijk zeg maar 50 gezinnen wonen en als je dan één keer per maand eens een keer aan de beurt zou zijn, als je dat dan officieel om de beurt zou willen doen, dan kom je al een heel eind. En het is een plezier om andere mensen te leren kennen.
My name is Ubiel Jan Konbol from South Sudan. I live here for more than 20 years and I have been naturalized as a Dutch citizen. In multicultural society, there are for sure advantages and disadvantages. Whereby the difference between the two cultures sometimes may clash. Sometimes immigrants or immigrants, when they immigrate to other strange country, they face, of course, some difficulties. And also not only them, but also the local citizens, local population. Sometimes they feel that they are being threatened by migrants. And that is why I say that it is better for the both two different cultures to have a tolerance.
To have a what? Tolerance.
Whereby each can have a give and take. And to have a good understanding to each other and mutual respect. What we can connect to the debate is the point of tolerance. That can each side can have a tolerance. And when we all do that, we can have a better understanding and a better society. I think what is better debate always just to talk, take out the difficulties, the points that faces both sides, and then talk about them. And it should not be as a clash, but it should be as a kind of
awareness.
Awareness between the two different cultures. And when people have a dialogues and talk, they can get to understanding. And then I think
to help to bring about
that view, and then people can find the way out forward.
That's it. Thank you.
It is said, if you pray for rainfall, you need to learn how to deal with the mud. Multiculturalism, like all other phenomena, have its advantages and disadvantages. So I would say, with the advantages of, say, good food, good music, creativity, and the knowledge that comes from people from different cultural and different backgrounds and so on, we also have the MAD, which is some of the prejudices and religious beliefs and perceptions that people bring along with them from different countries. And we need to deal with some of these challenges. And one of the ways that we need to address some of these challenges, I believe, is through a dialogue, like through a debate. And people would be perhaps find a way to talk about some of the touchy issues that might sound offensive to some, but at the same time is a way to address misunderstandings and perceptions that people have. So I believe that these debates that we just had and some of the challenges that some of my colleagues have already mentioned creates the opportunity for people to talk about some of their issues they have with the culture that is prevailing here and where they come from, to pan out some of these differences and create a better understanding, which will also lead to a more harmonious societies where everybody is expected to participate in the daily runnings of a community, for instance.
Okay.
Many people are driven actually by fear, and they are forced to be silent on certain issues, and so the understandings and perceptions that they have about other cultures and other people are kind of internalized, and you only have them talked about maybe in homes or in private homes. But the actual interaction with the others happens outside, at workplaces, at the shopping centers, in the church, and people seem to be nice and everything is okay, but in reality, many people are struggling because they don't understand the others, they feel threatened by the others, they are misinformed about some of the legacy of, for instance, colonialism, about their religious beliefs. Some feel that their religion should be the dominating force, defining the norm and the culture of the place. Now, these are some of the problems that locals are struggling with, and some of which some of us are discouraged to talk about. And so, by bringing some of these topics and issues which are deemed touchy on the table, we hope to create an awareness which would bring about understanding, leading to a more harmonious society.
Inebe Christine, I'm from Uganda. Yeah, I've been here for a short while in Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Multiple cultural societies have the pros and the cons, and some of the pros I can mention now are issues of diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would call it unity in diversity, because with diversity we have this leads to innovation, creativity,
Yeah.
and I think this is very good for society.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also when you look at the other side of diversity, one of the cons is a multicultural society is difficult to manage. Yeah, because of the different cultures, different backgrounds we have, so it creates some hiccups in management of society. The challenges in a multiple society, we have issues of prejudice, yeah, where other people want to look over others because of their minority cultures. They look at their cultures as minority, and also their religion, where they come from, beliefs and practices. These are some of the reasons why we have them is the immigration. Yeah, people coming into a different society from different backgrounds, different countries, yeah, different colors. Yeah, so yeah, we are all here. For example, in Holland, we are all different.
Yeah.
Yeah, from different backgrounds and yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a multicultural society.
Yeah.
We are in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tend to learn second or third language in the multicultural society, which is a plus to me, yeah, as we mix up. But also, the disadvantage is we tend to lose our cultures at times. When we come here, we tend to adopt what we think is a superior culture to ours, so we lose our original cultures and tend to set in and all that. With the debates, where we tend to invite different people, different cultures, different races and all that, we can see how we can forge a way and live in harmony, because multiculturalism is a continuous thing. With globalization and the world has become a village, there's no way we can avoid it.
Okay.
But considering the pros, which are more adventurous, more to the cons, yeah, we just have to live in harmony. We try to iron out these differences and see how we can accommodate them.
Okay.
Yeah, and try to live in, I don't know, inclusive society.
Okay.
Yeah, and tolerance.
And tolerance.
Yeah, tolerance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Richard, and I live here in Holland. And in the words of the late great Bob Marley, until the philosophy that holds one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently abolished, toppled, and destroyed, there will always be war. You know, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes, then we will always have war. There will always be differences, but until we can look beyond these differences and see people for the goodness that they have in them, then we will always be seeing the badness. It is important that people who come from different countries, different backgrounds, be able to integrate into a multicultural society. And by that, I mean we all have to be neighbors, and in some cases we are not always all times friends, but it would be nice if all of us would be able to just get along. It's maybe important for you to learn a little bit about the cultural norms of your neighbors if they are from different backgrounds than yourselves, and you know, also be willing to educate people around you about your own culture, so that people may be aware of the do's and don'ts and the acceptable behaviors and so on. And it's also a part of the responsibility of the government in such a society to help to raise awareness, to bring about the education, and to bring about the changes that would allow people from different backgrounds to successfully integrate. Some of the challenges that exist in a multicultural society could be language, could be race, could be skin color, ethnicity, food. Yeah, all these differences. I'm from Caribbean, and some of my friends are from Africa. Yeah, there are times when you come into contact with different aspects of people's culture that you've never met with before.
Yeah.
The whole point of having a debate, on the one hand, could be in the form of a conversation and bringing about an awareness, but on the other hand, there are those who would seek to use other aspects of the multicultural situation to be on the more dominant side. And if people were to begin to open the eyes of other people, you know, bring about awareness and kind of level the playing field, so to speak, there might be those in power who would feel that this is something that we don't want, and that this is something that could have a negative effect on our agenda. So we have to be careful.
Okay.